And welcome back to the Chuck and Schup Show. If you're into anything popping about sports, you know we got that John covered. I'm your host, Schup, and I'm here with my two-time former New Jersey All-State athlete, Charlie Connell, a.k.a. Chuck. How are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for the intro. I appreciate that a lot. No, people forget I was a stud. I'm feeling great.
Stud for life. Well, today we got another jam-packed episode filled with headlines, dubs, Ells. We're going to be going over the critical Week 18 and our NFL picks for the biggest games. We're going to debate the NBA's top 10 players at this point in the season and careers general. It might get a little heated, so you best get ready for it.
Here we go.
Chuck, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm more than ready. More than ready. Come on now.
I am so ready to go. We're going to kick things off with Dubs and L's in a second. But first things first, most important thing, as you all know, is unless you've been living under a rock, Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest during an NFL game on Monday night. As of this Wednesday night, he is making all the right positive progress. He is relying on less oxygen. He is showing signs of vitals. And more than anything, his charity has raised over $5 million in a span of about 48 hours. So just want to start off the show by saying we're going to continue to devote all of our thoughts and prayers towards the continued swift recovery of Damar Hamlin.
100%. The only thing we can do right now is just pray for him and then show as much support as possible. It was just tragic to see that live on Monday Night Football game. Just overall, we just got to stick in there for him and pray for Hamlin. Very touching.
Pray for Hamlin, 100%. All right, so let's kick off this show. Dubs and L's, shall we?
Yeah, you know how we get it. Let's get it cracking. Little Dubs and L's.
Dubs and L's. My W this week goes to a season-saving play. The Bucs punter, Jake Camarda. If you didn't see it, the Bucs fighting for the NFC South versus the Panthers. We were up about, let's say, 4 points.
I think so.
And they got stopped and they had a punt. Well, the punt snap went off and hit the ground, and all of a sudden, Camarda didn't get a clean handle on it. So he's running for his life back there. And at the very last second, he kicks it with his right foot. And not only does he get the ball off, but the ball lands inside the 10-yard line. Now, there was a penalty that took that amazing punt back. But without that punt, the penalty would have been declined, and the Panthers could have been set up in amazing field position.
Mm-hmm.
That play might not get rewinded as much as some of the other plays that happened this year, but it was certainly the most significant play I've seen in terms of a team realizing their playoff hopes.
I mean, I think that single play probably saved the entire Bucs season because, like you said, if that doesn't go inside the 10, I mean, then it could be a different story. So I completely agree. Huge dub for the punter. Now, I got a dub right here. We'll go to basketball real quick. Now, what would you say Giannis's career high in points was?
Coming into last night.
Yeah, last night.
I would have guessed around 50.
So he just had his career high actually last night. I thought it was like 60 points was his career high. He had 55 last night against the Wizards. His personal career high, his best was 52 in I think it was 2019 I looked. But I thought it was just unbelievable that the guy never scored 60. He's dominating every day, every game. And it's unbelievable that he just scored 55. So the sky's really the limit for Giannis right now. He's not getting any older, he looks better every year, gets bigger every year. So hopefully he can score 60 this year and beat his own career high again. So that's my dub for this week.
And that was against no joke team. I mean, the Wizards have been a joke for maybe the past decade, but they've been surging as of late. So
Mm-hmm.
Giannis did against a hot squad. So kudos to him.
100%.
All right, let's flip that dub and turn it into an L. And my L is going to be in football again. So I'm wearing this jersey as my New York Giants are in the playoffs. They defeated the Colts very convincingly, 38-10. But that game was not without controversy. In the second quarter, Kayvon Thibodeaux came in on a free rush and obliterated Nick Foles so hard that Nick Foles was literally convulsing on the ground. He had to be carted off the field.
It
Meanwhile,
wasn't good.
Kayvon Thibodeaux at the same time was doing a snow angel celebration. Now, if the snow angel celebration was like 5 seconds, whatever, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But he continued to do the snow angel celebration while Foles was on the ground. And then he went over to the sidelines and did a he sleep celebration. And he thought it was over there. But today, after Jeff Saturday called Thibodeau's actions classless and trash, Thibodeaux responded, not with an apology, but in Jeff Saturday, I don't know who he is. I'm a savage. I'm supposed to get sacks. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. L to K on Thibodeaux, right? Wrong. Here's the thing with Thibodeaux. We all knew he was a douchebag. Everyone knew that coming out of college. This isn't a surprise.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's a W because our, snowflake generation hates stuff like this whenever there's a little bit of savagery involved in sports. So it's the L isn't to Thibodeaux. The L is to the entire Colts organization for letting this shit happen. It all started when Thibodeaux did the Snow Angels next to the laying corpse of Nick Foles, and not a single overpaid offensive lineman on that team went to go and help Foles.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Did Saturday yell at his players to go help him? No, he waited until Wednesday to make a comment. This is just a bad look by a tanking team. I mean, the Saturday hire looked kind of inspiring at first after they beat the Raiders, but it's gone all downhill ever since. And all those pundits that said this hiring was a disaster are being proven to be right. And let me know if you agree with that, Chuck.
Oh my God, Schup. I think you just absolutely hit it on the fucking nail here. So first off, I just want to say now Thibodeaux knows Giants PR is going to set him aside. Dayball, Saquon, the captains are going to be like, dude, you can't say that shit. Yeah. Like, that's like the Giants way. Like you can't put yourself like in front of the team, whatever. It's a team game. But on the other hand, when you brought up like the Colts response to it and in that aspect as a whole, you're 100% right. It was so soft. Like if I'm an O lineman, my quarterback's screaming in pain on the floor and some guy's doing snow angels right next to him, I would like fight him mid play. I don't care if it's a penalty or not. That just goes to show where that organization is at as a whole. Like you can't put it in perspective. Like, yeah, it was wrong, but like, honestly, you're right. The Colts were pretty soft in that matter.
100. What's your L, Chuck?
Now, my L right now, and you know exactly where it's going towards. Now, it's super sad what happened to Damar Hamlin, but some people put themselves in front of other things that are bigger than them, and that's fucking Skip Bayless. Now, I don't even know when the tweet came out, but Skip Bayless put out a tweet while this whole situation was going on, mid ambulance coming on to the field and everything, and Skip put out a insensitive tweet, very ignorant, saying like the importance of the game and like the NFL shouldn't. I don't know the exact tweet, but it was just something that was just totally out of pocket, way too soon to say, and just totally inconsiderate. And then he like goes on to Undisputed. Obviously, Shannon Sharp didn't show up the next day. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to be around the scumbag like this. But then today they have a show. They're both on today. And Shannon Sharp begins to address the tweet. But then Skip interrupts him, like Skip always does, and says, I'm not going to refract statements about the tweet. Like, I'm not going to delete the tweet. I'm going to keep it up. And then Sharp like just loses it. He looks at his producer Jen and he goes, Jen, he's interrupting me. It's like, you're always interrupting my monologues. Like I can't do this. I can't even like talk. And Shannon Sharp's absolutely right. I'd be pissed off in that moment. I'd be pissed off at him. Everybody should be pissed off at Skip. The guy does nothing but just terrorize players for their performances, and I don't think he has one fucking accolade I can think of. So my L goes to Skip Bayless. That guy's a scumbag.
Well deserved. Yeah, the timing of the tweet couldn't be worse. I mean, the injury had just happened. Nobody is thinking about that right now. Like, at least wait for some sort of report to say that his condition. And yeah, kudos to Shannon Sharp for showing his frustration and not hiding it.
That just got me fired up, not gonna lie.